Hi guys and gals, and welcome back to another Broken Out Game video. Today's video is dedicated to what's the best item to pity for in the metal exchange. So let's go into menu, and within menu, go into metal exchange, and then there, go into metal of desires 9. And I'm going to tell you straight up, the best thing to pity for is the level 1 Arcana S rank. And the reason being for that is because these level 1 S rank Arcanas do not come back. In SINoJP, thank you to the fan-made Discord, Nata, Kua, and Sakura for going into detail that S rank Arcanas, level 1 specifically, and JP have not re-released. Now if you're wondering how do they release level 2s, you go into menu, you go into metal exchange. In JP they actually release level 2s in the charm metal shop. So that's how you are going to be able to get those Arcanas. They don't re-release the level 1s like we can see here, that level 1s are available, but that's because these classes are, different. They're not S rank classes that were released via gacha. So just note that you must get those unless you don't care for the S or the +2 cost. And the reason why the +2 cost is so important is if you go into metal exchange, you go into the grand metal shop, and then let's look at the armor bondage specifically. It has a cost of 22, and I know it goes down to 18 later on in upgrades, but the thing is that amount of cost is absolutely ridiculous. If you want a further explanation, if you go into gear, you go into edit, right here you can see your cost right here, and it can make a difference on whether you can equip certain things, right? It can make that much of a difference. So the next thing we gotta cover is if you've already gotten the S rank Arcana, the next best thing to get is ideally a weapon. And the reason why I say it's best to get a weapon is if, for example, if you ever redraw a weapon, then you get a limit break, and a limit break is just as good as getting an SR Arcana, or just as good as a sub-slotted Nightmare. Now, you can get a Nightmare from the pity shop, but the thing is Nightmares, they kind of get outclassed by paid Nightmares, and you never know when you have the off chance of pulling an SR Nightmare. And just to know, a weapon will be better in your subgrid, and a weapon will always technically add more stats, and will also have more capability of increasing your damage. So to me, you can't go wrong going Nightmare or weapon, but I'm going to lean towards weapon if you haven't gotten the S rank Arcanas specifically already. Don't worry about the SR Arcanas. The SR Arcanas, like this one specifically, level 1 Alice, these kind of like rain everywhere, as in like they just hand these things out like candy. But the S rank ones are very rare and they don't reappear in JP. So make sure you snag yourself the level 1 S rank Arcana, and try to get all of the S rank classes if possible, but if not, just get the Arcana. And then next thing, get the weapon or the Nightmare as things flow in the game, alright? But I believe most people picked up like the Mechanical Spear, Mechanical Hammer if you're a Vanguard, and then if you're a support, the Omniscient book that's 900 is okay from what I've been told, but feel free to just note that moving forward, S rank Arcanas are pretty much #1 priority whenever like these things do come up. The next thing we gotta talk about, and probably the last topic, is what SINoALICE Global tweeted, essentially saying that, Space Invaders is going to release starting September 17th. It's a guaranteed SR weapon, step 5. And a lot of people have some complaints about this because the JP had it where it's a 3-step. Now, I know JP was a 3-step, but the biggest thing that I want to say is that I think that SINoALICE Global can change this. And just note that we are technically getting this event like a year and a half in advance. And because we're getting this, event a year and a half in advance, they kind of have to scale certain things. And also, it's kind of cool that they exposed themselves early. You know what I mean? They didn't have to share the fact that this is going to be a guaranteed step 5. I want to let you guys know that SINoALICE Global is very open with communication. Most devs wouldn't release this kind of information until the banner actually released. By them doing this, they technically outed themselves and released all the trolls and all the angry people, right? But at least they get the feedback early rather than later. And I'm not trying to white knight or defend SINoALICE Global. I'm just telling you guys what the fact is they outed themselves and they released this tweet, right? No one pulled them by the ear and be like, tell us what step this is, and they just so happen to say it's step 5. Not even on the main tweet, on a comment of the main tweet. So for them to do this, absolutely like kind of insane. But I'm glad they did it, and people are voicing their complaints. And you can see here, there's one tweet in particular, Tom, he said it's a 3-step banner, right? It says right here, 3-step. But moving forward, I'm sure that they'll release some sort of response to quell like everyone. And for the folks who are, you're seeing a lot of negativity on the SINoALICE global team and like the way they're handling the IP and everything. No offense, but those people are always going to exist, and they kind of help in a way to make the game better. Because with these complaints, we're technically making SINoALICE Global better as we progress in the game. Thank you to them for outing themselves early so we don't have to deal with it later, just like the Devola and Popola staff. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I will see you in the next one.